Long before history was written, a war shook the heavens and split the earth. This is the Mahabharata, not just a story, but a cosmic saga of gods, warriors, curses, and fate. A battle between Dharma and Adharma, truth and betrayal, where every choice shapes eternity. Welcome to Dark Whispers, where forgotten legends are brought back to life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and turn on the bell icon and follow the Whispers of Destiny. Time does not walk, it flows, like sacred Saraswati hidden beneath the earth. 12 years had passed since the sons of Pandu returned to Hastinapura. Years of rigorous study and martial discipline under Dronacharya's stern watch. Years of growing strength and silent rivalries. Years in which boys became warriors. Arjuna was now a master of celestial weapons, favored by the gods. Bheeshma mighty as a mountain whose limbs bore the strength of the serpents. Yudhishthira, composed, dharma bound, the calm amid the chaos. Nakula and Sahadeva agile and wise, protectors of subtle truths. And now, they were ready to be revealed to the world. In Hastinapura, a grand arena rose, marble and stone echoing the grandeur of the Kurus. Banners of the solar and the lunar lineages fluttered high. The elders gathered, Bheeshma ancient as the Yugas, Vidura the wise anchor, and Dhritarashtra waiting with heart and ear. The people poured in from villages and distant kingdoms to witness the sons of the realm display their valor. The wind itself seemed to hold its breath. One by one the princes emerged. Bheeshma lifted a massive iron mace with ease, whirling it till the earth trembled. Duryodhana answered with equal force, sparks flying as two thunderbolts clashed, the first hint of rivalry blazing like wildfire. Nakula and Sahadeva performed sword duels, their footwork like dancing wind. Yudhishthira displayed calm precision in spear play, no motion wasted, no strike unjust. But then, Arjuna stepped forward. The air shifted, the sky dimmed briefly, as if the gods themselves turned their gaze. Arjuna, calm and still, held the divine bow gifted by his guru. With one breath, he rained arrows faster than thought. One struck a moving target in mid-air. One ignited and extinguished fire with precision. One split a falling leaf in half. Bheeshma's eyes softened. Dronacharya, usually stone-faced, smiled. "He is the one," whispered the sages, "the greatest of his generation." But from one corner, Duryodhana watched. Eyes narrowed, fists clenched. Beside him, Shakuni whispered, "Arjuna steals the sun from your sky." Then, the arena fell silent. A figure stepped forward from the gathered crowd, broad-shouldered, radiant with a soft golden glow, armored from birth. He walked barefoot, yet his presence thundered. "I too wish to test my skill against Arjuna." Karna, unknown, unnamed, but the sun kissed his brow and the earth did not dare resist his step. Dronacharya's eyes narrowed. "Who is this?" "Son of Radha and Adhiratha," came the whispers. "A charioteer's son." The Brahmins coughed. The nobles scorned. Even Arjuna hesitated. This was no prince. They laughed. "Let a prince fight a prince," someone sneered. "Let a sutta stand aside." Karna stood still, insult soaking into silence. His lips did not tremble, but his heart did. Far away the sun stirred behind the clouds. Far away, a mother's heart wept. In the heart of that great arena filled with princes, sages, and warriors, silence fell. Not a whisper dared disturb what destiny had just summoned. A charioteer's son had stepped forward and challenged Arjuna, not with arrogance, but with quiet burning purpose. The challenge echoed like thunder in a sky already heavy with storm. Yet instead of admiration, it received only insults. Who are you, Sutaputra? A throne of valor is not won, born in dust. The Brahmins laughed, the nobles turned their faces, even Dronacharya looked away. For in Hastinapura worth still bowed to birth. Karna stood amidst it all, unmoved, his back straight, his gaze unwavering, but his spirit bled in silence. The sun above, his divine father, blazed harder, as if in pain for the child the world refused to name. And then, the sound of ornate sandals upon stone echoed through the silence. From his royal platform, Prince Duryodhana rose. He did not speak at first. He walked, step by step, down the royal steps into the arena, his royal robes trailing like a lion's mantle. And with every step, the weight of caste, pride, and tradition cracked. He approached Karna not as a superior, not as a prince, but as one who had recognized something eternal. He studied Karna, the warrior's stance, the quiet storm in his eyes, the loneliness masked by resolve. Then Duryodhana turned to the crowd. "Tell me," he said, "where is it written that courage belongs to caste, that skill bends to lineage, that fate only answers from palaces?" There was no answer, because there was no truth in their silence. From a golden platter held by a stunned attendant, Duryodhana took a ceremonial crown, meant for royal appointments never before touched without counsel. He walked to Karna, who still stood silent, confused but unbending. And without asking, Duryodhana placed the crown upon Karna's head. The arena gasped. The sky seemed to flicker. "From this day, you are no longer the son of a charioteer," he declared. "You are Karna, king of Anga. Your worth is your bloodline now. Your skill is your crown, and your friendship is mine." A hush followed, like the breath of the universe, held in reverence. Karna knelt, not to Duryodhana's title, but to his heart. He touched his own forehead, and then his chest, and placed his hand over Duryodhana's. "You have given me a place in the world," he said softly, "and I will give you all I am." In that instant, something more powerful than fate was born. A bond not carved of shared resentment, but of recognition. Of two souls that stood alone in different ways. One denied love from his own father. The other denied name from his birth. In their loneliness, they found each other. And what they gave each other, the world could never undo. From across the arena, Arjuna watched. Something within him stirred, not jealousy, but unease. A shadow now stood before him, not evil, not yet, but equal. And one day the shadow would rise not just as a rival, but as a brother lost to the other side. He could not yet name it, but fate had drawn a circle in fire, and Karna now stood inside it. High above in the queen's chambers, Kunti staggered as she saw the crown placed upon her firstborn. Her lips quivered, her hands trembled, but she said nothing. For how could she tell the world that the warrior they just named king was her son? How could she tell Karna, who now glowed in the light of Duryodhana's love, that he was the eldest Pandava? "I lost him once to the river," she whispered, "and now I lose him to war." Tears fell upon her sari, sacred, silent, and unseen. Far at the edge of Hastinapura's sacred road, a simple chariot stood. Its white horses rested beneath the shade of a neem tree, their breath soft and steady. The charioteer robed in saffron and blue stood still, framed by sunlight and silence. A faint feather glinted in his crown, not brightly, but like a secret kept by the wind. He watched, did not speak, and in the stillness, time itself seemed to pause, as if listening to a whisper before the storm. The wheel turns, he thought, and with it, Dharma shall walk the edge of a sword. Dust rose slightly from the road as if stirred by an unseen destiny. A bond forged today will bend the course of fate. Love will rise and soul shall fire, and loyalty will one day bleed. The chariot turned, quietly, humbly, and moved on. The world did not notice him pass, but fate had already made room.